A nightmare. Health officials are sounding a serious alarm, and they're scrambling to stop superbugs that are
The end of
spreading
antibiotics,
in
question
right
mark.
across the
I would say you can change the title to the end of antibiotics, period.
Over the last decade, scientists have witnessed outbreaks around the world where antibiotics we've relied on in the past have stopped working. These outbreaks have been caused by new types of bacteria that can sweep straight through our antibiotics and carry on growing.
Major drug companies are giving up on developing new antibiotics.
These are the superbugs. We are becoming powerless against them.
We are at a turning point right now. We have to change how we think about antibiotics.
Deadly threat has creeped into U.S. hospitals.
It's not getting better, actually, it's getting worse.
Is antibiotic resistance now a bigger epidemic than AIDS?
Overuse of antibiotics is blamed for the rise of what some call superbugs, bacteria that are resistant to antibiotics, infections that are harder for medicines to kill. The CDC says these things have gotten so bad, they're now officially considered a threat to human health. 2 million people in America get superbug infections every year. At least 23,000 people die because current drugs can't cure them.
A study conducted in 2012 showed that Ebola was able to travel between pigs and monkeys that were in separate cages that were never placed.
On March 3rd, as Ringling Brothers was aware, PETA received documents through an open records request that Ringling had long fought to keep us from having. These documents show that since at least 2010, Ringling has had tuberculosis-positive elephants on the road, touring in cities across the country, putting not only the elephants themselves, but circus employees, arena workers, and the general public at risk of contracting this sometimes deadly, transmissible disease. To be clear, elephants carry the human strain of TB, which can be transmitted even without direct contact. Ringling knew that PETA was preparing to release this new information when its parent company, Feld Entertainment, announced plans to take elephants out of its shows by 2018. According to Kenneth Vail, a former USDA attorney who went through the revolving door to become Feld Entertainment's Animal Welfare Act compliance officer in 2012, TB in elephants is, quote, probably going to be the downfall of Feld's elephants. It's clear from the new information that PETA just received, as well as from the damaging records that we had already gathered, that Ringling must not wait until 2018 to take the elephants out of their tawdry shows, but instead immediately retire them from performances on the road or anywhere else.
It's important for families to go to Ringling Brothers Barn and Bailey. We have always been, for 139 years, the great escape, but more than that, the great value for families. We bring them together.
baby's right? You here to pray for the elephants? No.
I will make one up. He's confined in there for like 24 hours.
Oh my God, we're so fucking sad.
It's terrible.
He looks completely fucking traumatized. It's disgusting.
With the head like jumping?
Oh, I'm tired and beat up. That's the sound. Hi, baby.
So I keep him behind the road.
We're not going to go past the rope, so we totally respect your guys' rules. We're here for the animals.
Videotape what's going on, sir. Videotape the poor elephant. You can't even get on his feet. What are you doing? Videotaping us? What good's that going to do you? You're a jackass. What are you videotaping us for? Videotape what's going on. What would they do if there's nobody here? You know, that's the one I saw that had the crippled up leg in the back. He could barely walk. That's what it was. He was tired.
She's tired from overwork.
I remember seeing him. Remember, I think he was the last one. He was the last one on the whole list. In like the 10 elephants.
They can't be on the ground for that long. They cannot be on the ground for that long.
He'll try to get up again. They'll beat him to get him up.
Well, I'm not leaving. See, they're crying. You know they mourn? Something's wrong. No. They mourn for their lost ones. They do that. Yeah.
He's still alive.
Yeah.
Look at the belly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his legs. This is the last one. His legs.